Hi, and welcome to Between Dimensions. I'm Monica Gonzalez, an astrologer and spiritual healer. And this is part 2 of our chakra series. Today we'll be discussing the sacral chakra. And like we did with the root chakra, we'll discuss what is the sacral chakra? How does it become out of balance? How do we know if our sacral chakra is out of balance? And what we can do to bring it back into balance, back into alignment, so that we can raise our Kundalini energy.
Beyond what we see, beyond what we know, there is a space where the physical and the metaphysical meet. Welcome to Between Dimensions, where we bridge the gap between 3D and 5D, the seen and the unseen, the logical and the mystical. From astrology to energy healing, from past lives to cosmic connections, together we explore the mysteries of existence with curiosity, wisdom, and an open mind.
The sacral chakra, also known as Svadhisthana in Hindu, is located below the belly button in the lower abdomen, linked to the functionality of the kidney, bladder, lower intestines, and sex organs. The sacral chakra is the energy center of the emotional body, sexual energy, and creativity. And considering that we are all born of our mother's womb, this energy center is highly linked to feminine energy. And since we're all born out of a placenta filled with amniotic fluid, it's also tied to the water element, which we can use when we talk about healing this energy center of any imbalance. So let's dig into what creates an imbalance in the sacral chakra. The imbalance of the sacral chakra is very complex and multifaceted. We can see this imbalance even at the collective consciousness level. If you watched my video on yin yang, which is a symbol of divine masculine and feminine energy, you would know that the feminine energy has been demonized, ridiculed, silenced, and abused since the birth of monotheistic religion. We had Eve blamed for condemning all of humanity to a life outside of paradise because she took a bite of an apple. We have Mary Magdalene called a prostitute instead of a venerated disciple of Jesus Christ. We have female healers labeled witches and burned at the stake. Even today, we still see this inequality between the two energies within our workplace, within the healthcare system, and even in our homes. But we'll dig deeper into this when we talk about healing the sacral chakra. An imbalance of the sacral chakra could also be due to ancestral trauma, particularly on our maternal side. As we all know, women are born with a set number of eggs, which means the egg that created you and me existed in the body of our mothers while she was being carried by our grandmother. So any trauma our grandmother experienced would have a profound impact on our mother and ourselves and our sacral chakra, which is why the sacral chakra is also tied to the relationships we have with our mother, other women, and how we view women in general. Similar to the root chakra, childhood trauma would also create an imbalance in the sacral chakra. So if you had a parent who wasn't supportive of your creative endeavors, let's say they were overly critical or judged your drawings harshly, or judged the way you sang or danced or ridiculed you in any way, that would automatically create an imbalance in your sacral chakra, suppressing your creativity. If they embarrassed you in front of your friends because you were being your authentic self, it would have the same impact. As well as being exposed to sexually explicit content before you were developmentally ready for it would create an imbalance in your sacral chakra. Finally, any trauma experienced as an adult can also lead to an imbalance of the sacral chakra, particularly if we've been body shamed or made to feel embarrassed within our bodies, if we've been overly sexualized, or are the unfortunate victims of sexual abuse. Now that we understand what can create an imbalance of the sacral chakra, let's discuss how we can recognize the symptoms in order to bring the sacral chakra back into alignment. I've been specifically using the word imbalance, not block or stuck or stagnant, to describe the energy of the sacral chakra when it is out of alignment. Because the sacral chakra can either be in a state of inactivity or overactivity. which manifests into two completely opposite paths. When the sacral chakra is inactive or closed off, a person can experience detachment from their emotions, a fear of intimacy, or a creative block, while someone with an overactive sacral chakra might experience excess emotions, leading to impulsivity, overindulgence, promiscuity, and addictions. So let's talk about healing. When healing from adult or childhood trauma that results in an inactive or closed off sacral chakra, you'll need to prioritize whatever's impacting your life the most. For instance, if you notice that you're blocked creatively, maybe due to an unsupportive or overly critical parent, or even self-judgment, you'll need to engage in activities that get your creative juices flowing again. So start a new hobby, journal, or even practice art therapy. Art therapy is creating intuitively, without the goal of emulating anything, but rather to enjoy the creative process, the feel of the paintbrush in your hand, or the clay between your fingers. And the more you can enjoy that creative process, the more the sacral chakra energy will start flowing. Or maybe you've noticed that you're detached emotionally. If you were bullied as a child, it was safer to detach from your emotions than to feel the emotions of embarrassment and shame. So you'll need to engage in activities where you can feel happiness and joy. You'll want to fully immerse yourself, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. And when you do, you'll notice that the physical and emotional bodies will start to reconnect. And feeling that happiness and getting comfortable with expressing that emotion will open up that sacral chakra to the full spectrum of emotions. Or maybe you're suffering from a fear of intimacy. This could be due to body shaming, or being overly sexualized, or even sexual abuse. Most important thing is to give yourself time and patience. This is probably the hardest one to heal. But by taking things slow and taking things one step at a time, let's say just starting off with holding hands or hugging, will allow you to rebuild back intimacy in small steps until you get comfortable with yourself and with your loved one to express those signs of emotions and affection. You can also try using a yoni egg or a yoni steam to get comfortable with your body. And if you don't know what those are, please feel free to message me and we can talk about how you can incorporate those into a daily practice. Healing an overactive sacral chakra requires a completely different tool set. When the sacral chakra is overactive, it leads to excess emotions or a buildup of emotions that need to be either released productively or processed through. If that excess emotions lead to impulsivity, you can manage this by slowing down. And the one way to slow down is to practice meditation or learn to live in the present moment. When you learn to live in the now, you're able to reel back in those emotions and allow them to simmer down before you react or let those emotions run away from you. If those excess emotions lead to overindulgence, you'll need to prepare and get yourself some healthy alternatives to whatever you indulge in. If you indulge in ice cream, get yourself some froyo. If you indulge in Snicker bars, invest in a high quality dark chocolate or a good peanut butter or bananas. If you indulge in alcohol or other substances, get yourself, I don't know, a fun seltzer, or treat yourself to do something that you normally wouldn't do, so that you can still soothe your body, but try to steer away from anything that's going to have a negative side effect on your body. And if those excess emotions lead you to be intimate with people that doesn't deserve it, learn to be choosy. every time you're intimate with someone, you are giving a part of your energy away to them. And not everyone deserves that. And when you learn to be choosy on who your partners are, those intimate moments will become so much more valuable and fulfilling to you. So, by being choosier, you will then heal your sacral chakra and allow it to be rebalanced and aligned. Healing the sacral chakra from ancestral trauma requires you to evaluate your relationship with your mother, as well as the women in your family. If you have a wonderful relationship with your mom, you can further strengthen your sacral chakra by calling her up, taking her out to lunch, telling her you love her, or maybe taking her for a spa day. If you have a negative or non-existent relationship with your mother, it's really important that you try to have some forgiveness for her. Recognize that she too sacrificed to bring you into this world, and cultivate some appreciation for the role she played in your life, no matter how big or small. Because when you heal from ancestral trauma, it has this rippling effect that it will heal the sacral chakra for all the members of your family for generations. It's really important work to do. Lastly, we can heal the sacral chakra by healing the collective consciousness, by bringing the divine feminine back into balance with the divine masculine, through honoring her creative force and recognizing that women are powerful, strong, intelligent, and an essential part of this universe, by regaining leadership positions in politics, the economy, religion, and within all industries. Through healing ourselves and acting from a place of calmness, stability, grace, and love, I truly believe that we can band together and bring back balance to this earth, and finally live in the peace that we were always meant to live in. I hope you'll join me. And with that, have a wonderful night. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Always comment on how your healing journey is going. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or you can email me at betweendimensions111@gmail.com. Have a wonderful night. Wishing you all the best of love and happiness and healing. Bye.